Happy Friday, everybody. Mike Heck here, back with another question of the day for MMA Fighting. This comes from everywhere, really. Seen it all over the place. With Dana White announcing Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev, what is at stake for both guys, win or lose at UFC 322? And how does the welterweight landscape move forward depending on who leaves Madison Square Garden with the title? It's a massive fight, a ton at stake for both guys. Islam winning is obviously a very big deal. He becomes the two-division champion. We begin to change some of the all-time great conversations. And if JDM wins, it's the biggest win of his career, and it solidifies him as the best welterweight in the world, and it changes the pound-for-pound conversation, no doubt about it. The second part of this is also quite interesting. If Jack Della Maddalena upsets Islam Makhachev, I actually think it's better to some degree, and I'll explain why. Because the welterweight division would then move forward in a more meritocratic way. More of a next man up. Whoever the number one contender is gets the title shot, no matter how big the name is or how many followers they have on social media. Next man up is the next man up. If Islam Makhachev wins, I'm not totally sure that will be the case. And I'm not saying this because Islam would be afraid or he would not fight the next guy in line if the UFC wanted that. But I think it opens a door to fights that have more cachet than merit, if that makes sense. Like if JDM wins, we see a Sean Brady, a Shavkat Rakhmonov, an Ian Machado Gary get the next title shot. If Islam Makhachev wins, I think we're traveling down a road where we get Islam Makhachev versus Kamaru Usman. And I'm not a fan of that. It would probably be a bigger fight. You could build up the legacy stakes around it. To me, Kamaru Usman has not done enough to get a title shot. Not right now. He had lost 3 fights in a row. Yes, it was against Leon Edwards, then Leon Edwards again, and then it was Khamzat on short notice. Tough road to travel, but he still lost those fights. And then after a long time away, he beats Joaquin Buckley, and it was a great win. It was a great performance. It was a y'all must have forgot moment. But Kamaru Usman needs another win if he's going to fight for the belt. This division has become so interesting with Usman just fighting one time over the last couple of years. So in my eyes, Usman needs another win, whether it's against Bilal Muhammad. I think if there's any fight to make right now, that's the fight to make, or any of the other names that I mentioned, the Machado Garys, the Bradys, the Shavkats, etc. But I also want to say this. If I am Kamaru Usman, I ain't putting pen to paper against anybody until this fight is over, despite the moans and groans an Islam Usman title fight would get after November 15th should Islam Makhachev win. So do we want a legacy fight, or do we want next man up, earn your shot? That's kind of how I think this plays out. But it's an interesting question, and we'll be back on Tuesday for a brand new week of Question of the Day. We got the long weekend ahead here in the United States, so get your questions ready. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on the feed on MMAfighting.com.